Hello, everyone. It's Dylan from Yu-Gi-Oh! Everything, and welcome back to another Yu-Gi-Oh! VRAINS ending live reaction. This time, me, my friend Pete, and my friend Nick will be reacting to ending 5 of Yu-Gi-Oh! VRAINS. I'm excited for this, boys.
I can't wait.
Now, this just aired. Oh, that was kind of
That was so weird.
I don't know why. This just aired in episode 96. Endings in Yu-Gi-Oh! They're usually not very foreshadowy. They're usually not very, even though the last 2 endings kind of did foreshadow things.
Right.
The line where they showed Bowman and the line was challenge the you inside of you. That
like the way lyrics matched up.
That
with
hinted
the
at the Bowman Playmaker duel where Bowman thought he was Playmaker. And then the last one showed the Mirror Link VRAINS when it split through the screen. So the endings have kind of foreshadowed. So really excited for this. The song is strange at parts. It'll be interesting. We know how the song sounds. It'll be very interesting to see how it
We've done a lot of that on the song.
We
just don't know what they chose.
Yeah, we don't know what they chose. So I'm really excited. Let's begin. We'll have it in the screen right over there, and hopefully you guys enjoy.
All
3, 2, 1, go.
I knew it.
Right. Okay. So this is the main part, except in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Right.
It's the build-up.
It's the 3 heroes. That's an awesome scene.
Oh, that's just sad, though.
That's
an
awesome.
Oh my background.
Jesus.
Oh, that's so
That
sad.
is an awesome scene. That's a really cool scene.
It looks great, but it's so... Oh.
What is he looking towards?
Huh. Robobi!
There's something
they're gonna
weird
ship
going
Dude,
on there, man.
She's going to be relevant in Season 3, I'm telling you. I'm not a machine. She's a god.
Yeah, don't...
Hey, he gave her something.
Wow, dude. That was dope.
Thank you. Shooting
Ooh,
star.
I like that.
Okay, so they went with the part we thought we
I
would.
cried a single tear, yeah.
That's a nice
Oh
image.
my
That's a good
god.
scene.
That's actually making me really sad.
Yeah, because...
Oh,
look at
dude.
that.
The kids.
Hold
And he looks a little healthier. A little bit.
there's something...
Fishy
and
about
Emma-
all this.
Right?
Yeah.
This isn't right.
This doesn't seem right
No.
at all.
like it's so happy.
It
to
all
Yeah.
seems too...
Yeah.
Wait, but who's...
That's Dojin's
his
mom.
mom's alive?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the dream team.
Oh,
the
my
Eisen and the
God.
spy.
Oh my god.
Kiami,
I hope
dude.
that's true.
I think that's Revolver
This all-
Inspector,
this
right?
whole
in the
thing-
bottom
You would
right?
assume.
Yeah.
Every-
And then...
It's like a photo of
That's
all.
all-
Oh,
Oh,
the
that wasn't that a still from
That looks like
one
Spectre's
of the...
also in the photo, doesn't it?
Yeah, and Go, which is not
And then
real.
putting down the dual disc.
And that's how it
Wow.
ended.
So like, yeah, okay.
Huh. There was something weird about
There's
that.
something very...
It was way
everything-
too happy, right?
Everything
Yeah.
after like Eyes seen
You know what it
seemed
is?
too good to be true.
You know what it is? I think I just figured out what that... And
I have
actually,
my own theory.
I think that is actually one of the deepest endings and most symbolic endings that we have had so far. Because
Right.
you know what? You know what exactly what that was?
Paradise.
That was everything if
Oh.
the Ignis are destroyed. And the Ignis don't exist.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is everything if the Ignis are not around. And that was, oh my god, I have chills, dude.
I
that
was
was
incredible.
so
I was
good.
gonna say it was
that,
like
that's
a-
not reality. That's
No.
not the future.
That's the hypothetical.
Literally, this song, if you analyze the lyrics, is about wanting to die. It's about wanting to kill. It's about not feeling good enough and wanting to end your own life.
Right.
Those visuals are not
Those
what
visuals
this
are
song
a
is.
perfect world, like hypothetically.
And you see I in anger, and then you see him kind of look away and the Ignis behind him all evaporate, and that's the only non-still image of the entire ending.
yeah,
So that's the only real image, per se, or the only real scene. So that ending is all from Ai's perspective, in my opinion.
Right.
That's at least my initial
no,
reaction
I
to
agree
it.
with that.
Yeah.
And
He's
it's all
seeing-
fake.
Yeah,
It's all fake. And it's very similar to Arc 5's final ending, where they showed all of the counterparts to Yuzu and all the counterparts to Yuya having their own lives and enjoying life in the middle of, the final 24 episodes when things are really intense. And we're like, oh, I guess they just kind of gave away that everyone's going to be happy in the end.
Right.
It's not what happened. The
No.
counterparts all kind of got killed off. They all became one with Yuzu, the main girl.
Sure.
And all the guy counterparts became one with Yuya. So all those foreshadowing scenes they're not spoiling what's going to happen to all these
Obviously not.
characters.
No.
No, that is the future if the Ignis are destroyed.
Sure.
And I think that last picture was really interesting because it's like they're all a team. They're all a unit. Spectre
right.
was there. Blood Shepherd was there.
because everyone's mission is sort of
Because
the dream.
Yeah, because they don't have an issue with each other unless the Ignis are present.
Right.
And wow, that was
was
good.
deep. That was really
I
good.
like that
It
a lot.
reminded me of, I mean, it's been done in many shows, but in The Walking Dead in season 7, episode 1, at the end, a lot of bad stuff happens in an episode, and, it's been 2 years, but I still won't give away spoilers. But basically, at the end of it, there's an entire dream sequence of what life could have been
Right.
if what just happened didn't happen. And like it's a very beautiful scene. It's everyone's dressed in like white, and it's like this wow that could have been in this perfect world. And I think you nailed it. That's exactly what that is. And that also foreshadows, I think, that it's not just about defeating the Ignis. It's as if they like never existed. And like that's not going to happen. We've already had consequences.
Yeah,
we had people die already.
Yeah,
and so that is not possible to exist in that reality.
And it's almost like Ai's guilt for surviving almost. And again, the song lyrics kind of match up with that because it's guilt. It's wanting to die. That's what the song is about. So,
and I think obviously as
we are going to, by the way, go. I usually do an in-depth analysis. That's kind of what we're going to do right now, and then we're going to go frame by frame, and really get into it. So these are just our very initial thoughts.
I think most of what we discussed, like this is. We believe already. We've already established that.
You do agree with me on that.
Yes, we don't think this is the future, but I think there is some foreshadowing here where that last sequence when with the sort of gold washes over I think he comes to the realization that the world may be better off without the Ignis and decides to make the sacrifice.
Maybe he's the shooting star.
Yeah,
maybe
exactly.
He's coming across the screen.
That'd be deep. I almost, especially because if you would watch the episode today, he was very concerned about Playmaker. Yeah. And you can tell that he cares about Playmaker.
They've definitely developed more of a relationship. I mean, yes, absolutely. It's been 96 episodes, but still, characters maybe not connect through an entire show, and they have.
Yeah.
And I really have enjoyed that. And there's other things, obviously, we won't spoil the episode, but there was a lot of things in today's episode that were interesting.
Oh, absolutely. All right, so let's go scene by scene then.
Do it.
Analyze everything. Okay, cool. And I'll have the pictures of all the scenes up. All still images. There was no animation or anything, but
except
usually that's what the endings are. The endings in Yu-Gi-Oh have been like that for
there was
a decade.
2 animations. It was and then the final animation where he puts
down the helmet.
We're still waiting for that opening.
Yeah, no news on the opening. No news on the opening. And the opening usually has more foreshadowing.
Maybe it stays all the way to the end of the
God,
show.
don't say that, dude. So let's see. The first, we see a shot of the city. I was told repeatedly, only tales of dreams.
Right.
And you have Yusaku, Homura, and Aoi.
Right.
Almost as if what their normal life would be like, just 3 kids going to school.
Isn't the line right there that he was told only of tales of dreams?
Of a normal life.
This is a dream.
Yeah,
right.
That's very true. And to them, a normal life at school
is where your friends aren't
it's a
your
dream.
Friends aren't dying. There's no
Well,
this
also
is
it was
regular
probably
life.
what kind of episode 1 was like, where you could have these charisma duelists, and it was you go into Vrains for fun, it's just to hang out,
right. That's
just
the other thing.
Challenge each other.
There's no shots of Link Vrains in this ending, and that's a first. Right. The only shot is the one at the very end where it's a picture, where it's almost like
it's like a memory.
Yeah. Otherwise, it's everyone in the present.
Right.
And again, I think it's really what the life would be like.
It's all hypothetical in a sense.
Also, the lyrics are not translated perfectly because there is a line in the part that they used, I did see on Twitter, that does talk about, are you ready to die now? Can I kill myself? And they don't translate it that way, yeah. So they did kind of mistranslate it. So, is my life precious? And you can see
look at that.
in this scene, he looks very angry.
But again, if we're taking the lines for what they are right now as we're seeing them, is it not questioning if his life is precious? Right. If he, let's say in this case, is the only Ignis left, why is he good enough to be the last one alive?
That's
what's
actually
special
very true.
about him.
Exactly. Survivor's guilt.
So, and you have kind of them almost ghost-like in the background there. So,
also, if you look past the Ignis, what's even going on in that background?
To me, it looks like the destroyed Cyberse.
It's
right, yeah,
destroyed Cyber. Actually, that I didn't even get that. The destroyed Cyberse. It's blood red,
and he almost looks like there's a glimmer of
hope.
That's what it is. Something in the distance.
But what he sees is what life could be like for everyone else. The people that he's encountered, the people that he cares about.
Yeah, exactly. And he's the only one in distress in this entire ending.
Yeah,
he's the only one that's sad.
Oh yeah. We see Robopi, which is actually interesting. The 2 characters that are not involved directly in this war that were shown in this ending, Robopi and Hayami, who probably have 2 of the most legitimate theories behind them. Right. Of Robopi, there might be more than meets the eye to. Sure. And then Hayami genuinely could be the spy, because we know there's a spy at Soltech.
We do know that.
So I think it's very interesting that they chose those 2 characters to show up in this ending.
Sure. Every time I interact with Robopi, it's comedic relief, but it's also there's something going on.
You would think so. You would think so. And then we have this scene where the shooting star comes across, the song stops, and then we have this shot, which is actually amazingly animated. That is a beautiful shot of Jin smiling, which is not reality.
No.
I don't know if he's ever smiled at this rate.
No, I don't think so. And Shoichi. And it's almost like they're watching that shooting star.
Right.
That wish.
Knowing, exactly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I cry a single tear. A single answer moves me. And then I think the next shot is go. And this was a really interesting shot here. Because I noticed right away the pink afro guy and the guy to the left, those are the other two bounty hunters.
Oh, they are?
Oh, yeah.
So this is as if they were not.
Right. This is all the people that were involved in the fight.
They're helping their community.
And right, exactly. And I also think that, I also think the lyric, we helplessly sing for someone we can't reach. They weren't able to reach Go. Yusaku tried to reach Go.
But he couldn't.
And he couldn't reach Go.
It's
so
also
symbolized.
It's also symbolized in the scene with like the kid. Maybe he couldn't reach up to Go, so like he lifted him up, like
a literal there.
Yeah, he's like
That's
lifting.
True.
Yeah,
and during that line, we also see Dojin and Emma. And didn't Emma try to stop Dojin from going into the Vrains, or vice versa?
Right. And they couldn't stop
They couldn't stop him. So almost like the two characters that they couldn't reach out to, who were good guys before all this Ignis crap started,
right,
to a degree, were Blood Shepherd and Go.
Sure.
Two people who are now assumingly dead.
Yeah.
So I think that line is very interesting if you do take it figuratively there.
And is his
like,
eye,
are you ready?
Like, hold on there. Does he have a mechanical arm in the shot? Yeah, he does, right?
Yeah, it's on the right.
Like, you just can't see it?
Yeah, it's on the right.
It's covered up by the sleeve there?
Yes.
Now, in the real world, I thought his eye was also messed up, but it's not. He has both eyes that are functional in the real world?
Yeah.
So, okay.
Yeah.
I always thought, because I guess it was just after the accident it covered it and then it healed.
It's just the right arm, yep, absolutely. And then this is an interesting scene. I mean, I don't think there's that much to dissect there.
It's
just them working, living life. And then that's
gotta
them.
Be Spectre and Revolver,
yeah, 100%.
Right?
And it's them just staring out in the city. Nothing too crazy there. And then this is one that I really want to look at closer.
Okay, so we have
Go,
Playmaker,
Soulburner,
and Go. That's his bounty hunter uniform.
Yeah,
so that's why
there.
Yeah, we have Blue Maiden,
and then who's all the way in the back there?
Well, we have Blood Shepherd right above Spectre, and then who's above Blood Shepherd? It's
hard to see.
It's Revolver on a slant. You can see Revolver's body is hanging that way.
And then who's all the way in the back middle?
Square?
Emma, Ghost Girl. Yeah, I have
so it's literally everyone that could be a hero.
It's everyone that, exactly.
And then it's almost like, well, are we assuming Playmaker putting his dual disc down here at the end, and like this is all the memories he used to have?
Well, I think it's also interesting because the Ignis are not in this at all. It's not like Flame is with Soulburner. It's not like I is like in the ending 4 in Glory. You see all the Ignis, the good Ignis.
Well,
at
they're
least.
Gone, presumably.
They're gone in this reality,
right?
And then when Playmaker puts the dual disc down, the only I would be in that dual disc. He's not in there.
That's
an empty, hollow dual disc.
I think the implication here, the song. Are you? I mean, obviously, as you said, it's not in this translated. Are you ready to die? But you said it would be otherwise. It's not about the people. It's about the Ignis. Are they ready to all go? Are they ready to put this to bed and be done?
At least because
at least I. But like, in general,
I think it's all from I's perspective.
It's all from I's perspective.
I think it is entirely from I's perspective.
And in a way, not actually sung, but this is almost sung or sung to him in a sense, where it's like he's receiving this message loud and clear that maybe it's time.
Yeah.
Could I say that? Let's say after this war, presumably, I's the only Ignis left.
Mm-hmm.
Is he almost running a simulation? Where he ran the simulation of the future of this is what it would have been like. Everything that happened to him, he's all sad, what goes on, he's distressed, all the Ignis are dead, all the bad things that happen, and then he looks and sees like the simulation almost
what
of a
have
perfect
been.
future that could have been.
For all the people that he encountered.
It's him that either dies or he leaves, whatever you said, and that's what could have happened.
Yeah.
And he's the only real thing in this entire ending.
Yeah, well, it seems like to me he is the only real thing in this ending.
Right.
I think there's a reason that they only animated that one shot.
Sure.
And it's weird that like the glimmer of hope comes in. I mean, that's a very good. That's the best shot.
It's also like he's almost breaking the fourth wall, almost because like he is in his feelings there, and then he reacts to seeing something in the distance.
Right.
Nobody else does that in this entire ending. He's reacting to something happening.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And what's happening, I think, is these.
It is this.
And in an episode where simulations, if you watch 96, were very prominent.
That's what I'm saying. I think it could fit.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's a reason they put it in the end of this episode.
Absolutely. Right? Visually wise, this might be my favorite ending.
Absolutely.
I mean, because maybe people might, and leave your thoughts down below if you agree with us or not. I mean, what you thought of the ending. The song, I think they picked probably one of the better parts of the song.
Yeah.
I would have liked the outro part that they used, like the back parade part.
Yeah, exactly.
They didn't use that. I would have liked even the pop-up part in the beginning.
Little, like, Nintendo-ish part.
Yeah, that part would have been cool. So I'd say, though, it's...
I think they picked what would be the most likely part to pick.
Yeah.
But...
that build-up
still,
kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It still was good. I mean, you knew they were not picking that crazy metal.
They were
part.
They weren't going to.
You knew that was not going to be a part of it.
I want to see if I can get the actual lyrics up real quick. Hold on.
Yeah, sure.
So you're really going to do Crunchyroll like that, huh?
Hey man, their translations. What was it? The revolver line, right? That wasn't perfect. What was it supposed to be?
Him. Not Lightning telling him the truth. It was Revolver discovering the truth.
Okay.
Right, so J_BYYX said the ending lyrics were slightly different compared to the original. They cut 4 lines before the Are You Ready part that had We're Going to Kill You. Those were the lines that they cut. Well, I don't know if they cut it from the song or they cut it from the translations. I think they cut it from the translation. I'm not 100% sure.
Translation.
But that's what the song's about. Again, the song has very dark implications.
Right.
And the show has always had dark implications.
Of course.
It's not a happy show.
No, it hasn't.
These
really
scenes don't.
At
It's just it felt weird while I was watching it.
Right.
And then you started putting the pieces together.
And yeah, it felt weird and you're like, oh, this isn't real. But it also you feel oddly nostalgic. In a way, I while watching this, I felt nostalgic for something that technically, in our belief, didn't happen
and won't happen. I don't believe this will happen.
No,
so this is not reality.
It's a weird feeling of
especially because they're not gonna spoil what's gonna happen to all these characters in such a high tension arc.
No.
There's no way they're gonna say, you know what, we're gonna let everyone know watching everything's gonna be okay and these characters are all gonna be happy. No, this is all fake. This is all fake.
Yeah.
I'm calling
and
BS
most of those
on
characters are dead anyway.
Exactly.
So, yes, they could come back
they
in
probably
the TV
will.
show,
Yeah.
but they are at the moment dead.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Great ending. Song-wise, it doesn't beat Glory. I mean, Glory is one of the... I
Glory's
love Glory.
Incredible outro.
But still...
I've raved about it.
Oh, yeah. I enjoyed it. So you guys liked it.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
I like the symbolism there. And
it wasn't the most, action-packed.
No. But endings usually aren't.
Right.
Yeah, endings usually aren't.
It was
I think when you peel down...
Glory, I feel like, sort of had a more...
Glory had the transformations
right, but
stuff.
this spoke way more to me.
Yeah, me too. When I realized, I was getting chills when I realized actually, this is all fake. It's all fake. At least that's our theory on it. I guess it still is a theory.
Right.
I mean, this could be reality in 20 episodes.
I think it's real or not.
Yeah.
Real or
Hopefully
not, you get the yearning. It's this is what I want to exist.
That's what it almost is. It's almost like they're teasing.
Yeah,
this could be reality. It's not, though.
Not, yeah.
But you guys let us know what you thought of ending 5 Yu-Gi-Oh! VRAINS down below. I hope you enjoyed our reaction and our in-depth analysis. A special thank you to my Platinum tier patrons Alexa Baker, Glen McGookin, Jorge Carrillo, James Rose, Omni Lord, Samuel Stark, Thomas Adderley, Horace Maye, and Amber Crystal. And to my Diamond tier patrons Bouldergeist and Jesse Wood. And to my Egyptian God tier patrons Syn Cloud and Chris Swan. A huge thank you to everyone who supports me on Patreon. Would not be able to do this without you guys, and I truly do mean that. So thank you all. Thank you, Pete. Thank you, Nick T, for coming on. Check out Pete's YouTube channel, Clueless Gamers. Check out Nick T's band, Mom Fight. I will link both of them down below. Thank you all for watching, because without you guys, I definitely wouldn't be able to do any of this. So
we wouldn't even hang out.
I'll talk to you down below. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you have an amazing day.
See you guys.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.